It's a long-time Australian company. It's been around in the order of 100 years. It's got around 320 staff, and it's grown from a long history in timber manufacturing, which is where the company started all those years ago, to be a much broader manufacturer and distributor of a whole range of building products. So whilst some timber processing is still core to our business and still a really key part of our operation, we've expanded into specialty steel products. We've got hardwood flooring and architectural panels, and then a whole range of construction products sourced from Australia, New Zealand, China, Europe and North America. So a large business that's grown and diversified throughout the years. Well, the company generates around 200 million in revenue, and for the financial year 17 we'll have EBITDA north of 11 million, growing to over 12.5 million in the FY18 year. Long history of strong operating cash flow, so that's certainly always allowed the business to pay a healthy, fully franked dividend stream, forecast to be in the order of 5.5%. So the IPO is a $17 million fully underwritten offer by Taylor Collinson. The use of those funds is really about acquisition and expanding our network. As I mentioned earlier, the operating business has got strong cash flows that can finance all other components of the business. So these funds are really about expanding our business. Yeah, I guess the key point about the business is its integrated nature, from being a manufacturer sourcing the raw material right through to the sale to the end user. So that's probably the first key point about the model. The blend between manufacturing and distribution is another key component. Around 38% of our revenue is generated from products we manufacture at one of our factories. The other 62% products we buy and sell from a whole range of local and international building product suppliers. So when you put those two things together, you get good diversity, you get good revenue spread across a range of products, across a range of segments, and through the various states as per our distribution network, and that's led to that strong revenue growth over the years. And part of our sales and marketing system, those 12 sites around Australia are going to be supplying a very broad client base. That's I think I mentioned that earlier, that's a key point of difference. We've got around that 2,500 to 3,000 end user clients. When the client base is really wide, we've got the largest tier 1 civil builders in Australia, right through to large formwork contractors, project builders, luxury home builders, right through to small, let's say, renovation type builders. So there's a really wide mix there. I think the top 10% of the top 10 individual clients is about 16% of our revenue. So that diversity, by design, something we've been working on for a lot of years, means you've got a pretty strong and broad client base, which is obviously good when markets go up and down. Within the space that we play in, there's a $10 billion market, so it's a really large market and it's a very fragmented market. Lots and lots of players spread around, usually privately owned, many long-term family businesses spread in many different locations all around the country. So that's where we see a really strong growth opportunity for us. That trade industry is not dominated by large corporates or any overseas conglomerates, so there's a really strong opportunity to add to our network. 12 sites is not a lot to cover the entire country in a really big trade space like that, and we think there's excellent acquisition opportunities for us to continue to expand that network nationally. I've been at the company for 17 years, around 12 years as the managing director, and we've got a lot of other senior guys been with the company a long time. So around 17 of our senior staff invested in the company when the family sold out of the business, and they're guys that helped build this company over a lot of years, 15, 20 and 25 years with Big River. So a lot of experience there. At a senior level, we've got some good new guys in as well from who have got a good exposure to other building products markets. Some of our senior guys have spent time at Wattle, at CSR, and other large corporations. So I think we've got a good blend of long-term in-house staff and some good outside people as well. And then at a board level, we've got some really good public company directors there. Greg Laurie, who's our chairman. He's still a public company director on three other companies, and he's had a long history with Big River as well. He was on the board of Big River when it was a family-owned business, so he knows the company well. He's been part of the growth strategy over 10 years. I know him well. I've worked with Greg for a long time, so I think he's got a working experience in the building product space from from his executive days, so I think we've got a very good blend there at a board level as well as at a management level. Well, the offer is a $17 million fully underwritten IPO. So the funds there, as I mentioned earlier, we've got a strong cash flow business that's well capable of generating funds to pay healthy dividends and invest in CapEx. But what this IPO really about is the growth opportunities in the market. So none of the existing shareholders are selling down. This is about getting access to capital and giving ourselves a platform to really take advantage of those market opportunities. Our view is there's a lot of acquisition opportunities, and some of the vendors would be very interested in taking equity, seeing their businesses continue to succeed and sharing in some of the benefit there. And that's the primary reason why we're undertaking the IPO and why we think it's such an attractive proposition.